Aw, yeah. Who remembers Silver Spoons? That classic iconic television sitcom that ran from 1982 to 1987. Alright, well, maybe it wasn't so much of a classic, but it left an indelible mark on me, your good buddy Nick Nack here, from a very, very ripe young age. And not that the show itself had any impact on me, except, god damn, look how hot Aaron Gray is. No, never mind. Not that it had the show itself, the plot, the characters, or any of that had any influence on me whatsoever. It was the goddamn set of this show. Look at that playroom that this rich guy had on Silver Spoons. Man, he had those life-size arcades. Look at that thing. Oh, that is so awesome. Foosball. He had a train set you could ride around on. It was so bitchin'. It was so completely awesome. And from that show, from seeing that environment on that show and that set, left me with the need from a very young age to say, hey, when I grow up, I'm gonna have my very own giant, huge playroom too, with arcade games and all kinds of cool shit in it. And henceforth, the Plastic Planet was born. We all have those moments in our lives that we look back on and say, this may have shaped me in a very profound way. And for me, that might have been watching fucking Silver Spoons back in 1982. For good or for better or for worse, it definitely had an impact on my life. And tonight, I am one step closer to having my own Plastic Planet right here look a little more like the playroom from Silver Spoons. Why? Well, I'm going to show you why right now.
Nick Nack's Plastic Planet presents... It's a Nick Nack micro moment!
Hey guys, welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I am your host, Nick Nack, showing off for you guys tonight a acquisition for me that has been a long time in the making. If that intro was kind of a hint, it is of course the one-up Pac-Man machine that is now readily available, I must say, probably at your neighborhood Walmart right now. Now look, hey, I'm about 5'6". I'm a short guy, and so yeah, I come up to about here on the machine with the riser installed. So that's how tall this thing is. This thing is about 2/3 the size of what a actual, like, vintage, real-life Pac-Man, quarter-operated Pac-Man machine would be. So it's about 2/3, like I said, size. However, for the price, I spent only $250 for mine. Got it on the Black Friday special. Only spent $250. Then of course I spent another $40 on the riser itself. So I spent under $300 total on this unit. For that price, considering that a real vintage, genuine article Pac-Man machine in good condition, good working condition, is going to run you probably over $3,500, maybe closer to $5,000 after you've shipped it and whatnot. These things are a steal. Now I don't want to be now. If this is the first time you ever see my channel, normally I am an action figure reviewer. I usually focus on vintage, retro, and higher end Star Wars, Transformers, and other action figure-esque type items. So this is sort of a rarity for me to be diving into the gaming review realm. However, I just couldn't resist. I mean, look how beautiful this machine looks here in the archive room of the Plastic Planet. Now, know that, like I said, this is nowhere near the coolness that you would have with the genuine article. But again, for almost a tenth of the price that you would pay for that classic vintage coin-operated Pac-Man machine, this is a damn good compromise, guys. A damn good compromise. Now, here it is. Now, there's two games on here. There's Pac-Man and Pac-Man Plus. Now, the Pac-Man Plus is kind of a joke. I actually have only played it a couple times. But let me just give you an idea of the sound on this thing. I'm going to turn the volume up all the way, and I'm going to hit the game. Listen to the sound. One thing about what is so cool, what was always so cool about being in the video arcade as a kid, which, you know what, hey, I grew up, I was born in 1975, so I was born right in the sweet spot of the video arcade era in the early to mid 1980s. And one of the coolest things about being in the arcade was the big booming sounds of the games going off as soon as you put that quarter in. Well, listen to this. Holy shit, that sounds so awesome. This thing actually has amazing speakers in it. Now, I'm not playing it, but yeah, it's got amazing looking sounding speakers in it. The joystick is actually fairly responsive. Of course, it's hard to do that and hold the phone at the same time to record, but nevertheless, it really does kind of give you that real genuine feeling of playing an upright Pac-Man machine. at least this particular machine right here. Now, this might be a completely anecdotal experience. I know other people that have done reviews on these 1-up machines haven't had as good of luck as I have, but I've had nothing but good luck with this machine since I got it. I mean, like I said, the controls are really nice. They're really nice, tight and firm. The gameplay is really, really nice. It really does feel like I am playing the genuine article here as far as a stand-up arcade Pac-Man machine is concerned. Now, hey, look, as I mentioned earlier in the video, especially if this is your first time visiting a video on my channel, look, these types of things, these types of machines are not my area of expertise. This is not a gaming channel by nature. I just happen to love retro video gaming, and I happen to love the collector aspect of what these machines offer. So, from that perspective, I gotta tell you, this machine is absolutely amazing. One more word of note to let you guys know. Look, I have never bragged about being the most handy person in the world, but I had no trouble putting together both this machine and the riser below. They were really pretty easy. I got the whole thing together within 2 hours. There is directions all over the internet, including 1-up actually has a step-by-step instructional video, as well as the directions are actually pretty easy to read as well that come in the box. So don't worry about that if that's holding you back about having to assemble these things yourself. They are a snap. And look, hey guys, I'm kind of a mechanical moron myself. So for what it's worth from that perspective, don't sweat that. But hey, look, again, like, I just cannot say enough how awesome I think this particular item is. Now, look, like I said, I am a bit of a novice in this area. You know, like I said, this is not a gaming channel per se. We do appreciate the collecting aspect of retro gaming here on the Plastic Planet. But, you know, I just can't say how awesome this thing is and how proud I am to have it inside of my room. Now, whether this thing holds up longevity-wise, that's yet to be answered, as I've only had it for a week, but so far, I am really goddamn impressed. Alrighty, one more thing of note. I have ordered off of eBay a brand new kick plate, a custom kick plate that some guy at a printing press has made off this piece right here. I'll be taking this piece out and actually putting in a piece that looks like this, so it'll match both ends of the machine, as well as this panel right here, this black panel right here, I'll be removing for another yellow panel that just says Pac-Man on it. So it will look more and more like the genuine article as far as a vintage retro Pac-Man machine would, and not necessarily a 1-up machine. So I'm really excited to get those pieces in, and I'll probably do a follow-up video to that as soon as I get them. Alrighty, hey guys, well, that's going to wrap up this edition of the Plastic Planet. I hope you've enjoyed this little tiny micro review of the 1-up Pac-Man machine, readily available, like I said, at your neighborhood Walmart store, probably right this moment. So hey, if this is something you're interested in, I give it my stamp of approval. I know that there have been other less glowing reviews of these machines across YouTube, and you know, maybe you want to watch a few more reviews before you make your final decision. But for my money, I'm really enjoying it. Granted, like I said earlier in the video, this is definitely a novice's perspective. I am not a retro gaming upright cabinet expert, and yes, there are some elements of this machine that do feel kind of cheap. This particular, some of the particle board in the front does kind of give it kind of a cheap feel. They do just slide right in there, like little inserts that slide right in and out of the more sturdier particle board here on the sides. But for the money, it still is absolutely awesome. It doesn't weigh a lot. You can move this around at ease. It's not going to be a problem whenever you go to move or whatever, or if you're rearranging your room. These things move around really, really nice. So anyway, for what it's worth, I give it a thumbs up. Alright guys, well, like I said, that's going to wrap up this edition of the Plastic Planet. Please like, share, comment, and please do subscribe if this is the first time you've ever seen one of my videos. Like I said, typically we are an action figure review channel, but if that is your bag, then you definitely have a home here on the Plastic Planet. So anyway, alright guys, well, like I said, one more time, that is going to wrap things up here. I'll be back with you guys later in the week with another video. And in the meantime, guys, hey, remember, life is short, so fill it with some goddamn plastic crap like this, because I do highly recommend you getting one of these, because they are freaking awesome, in my humble opinion. Alright guys, later. Till next time. Love you.